It's a reaction against, and it always needs to go exactly as far as it goes. But what I'm observing, though, is that the pendulum never stops there. It's not going to end in idealism. That's just not the nature of knowledge when you look historically. It always swings back, and then there'll be a materialism upsurge, and then an idealism upsurge, and it will localize somewhere in the middle.
This is, I mean, the same's true of scientific models, isn't it? And you know, and one of the reasons why it kind of bothers me sometimes that scientific, things like quantum theory are used to support certain kind of woo.
Oh yeah, that ticks me off as well.
My response to that is immediately, well, just there's going to be a new model at some point. Quantum theory is a big one, though, isn't it? It's a big player,
prestigious,
but it probably will be superseded, right? So to kind of so it's just pointless using any scientific model to try and support some, because your argument will run out of utility because the models that you're pointing at will be replaced, right? It's just the same as phlogiston was replaced. Earth, air, fire, and water. They don't really have relevance now in terms of descriptive power.
Yeah, I mean, I would instead pick something like Newton's model. Seems much more obviously to be tracking certain regularities of nature. How best should we relate to the transition from the Newtonian model of physics to the relativistic model? Is it that the Newtonian model was wrong? That is not obvious to me.
Incomplete, maybe, is a better
term. The relativistic model is more correct. That's what we know. Quantum mechanics is more correct as well. We know that. But ultimately, what does the final answer look like? See, phlogiston and the four elements, I think, not a great comparison because they weren't. There's nothing tractable that later was eventuated in actual medical theory, for example, right? Like the humors and all of that. That's just superstition, basically. Like there's no very some of the practices coincided with things that would actually help, but the actual theory is basically just shit. Like there's you can think of it as a useful way of organizing information, which I think it is, and there's metaphorical lenses for that. I find a lot of utility in the elemental frame, actually, not the phlogiston and the humors, but
So in the same way that astrology can be useful for
I think
human traits and stuff without the ontological side.
I think interestingly, I think astrology gets a really bad rap, I think, in modern culture. So I relate to astrology as a memory system, and it's a memory system for psychological information.